What's up, y'all, and welcome to the extra episode of the Microtransaction. I'm your host, Chris, and today I am joined by the hostess with the mostest. Liquid, how are you doing today?
Oh, dude, I'm so good. We just got off of an episode where I was hosting for our YouTube episode, and dude, I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. I had a blast. Dude, last night I was just making sure I got all my ducks aligned, you know what I'm saying, all my information correct. I pulled out the Chromebook, I started typing away as I normally do for my show notes, but I also had to put a little pizzazz in there as well, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was coming up with the ideas like, well, how can I make the topic sound more interesting? And, you know, we came with a PS5 milestone / roadblock, which I'll be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it, did we really talk about Horizon being delayed that much? I don't remember if we did or not.
Oh, we did it.
Right.
It's all right. The conversation didn't flow that way.
Yeah, you're right. And besides, I think the Halo was really on the money there. We really, I think, took it away with the Halo conversation. Even the Pokemon conversation too. Like, both were solid. But yeah, I just remember I was like, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna fucking host tomorrow. I'm excited. How am I gonna do this shit? And I just remember I would like, grab one shoulder, grab the other shoulder. And I was just like, you're gonna host the fuck out of this show, dude. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I just had to give myself the pep talk, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
dude, what's up?
Oh, no, I agree, because I do the same thing. Like, I don't do it in front of you, but like, hey, all right, let's play. Are you ready? I'm ready. And before it, I'm like, that's why you'll come in, I'll be singing, and I'm just like, what's the song that's in my head, and I don't question it. I just roll into this shit. It's just about, like, whatever is, like, transition. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That I try to keep the energy high.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, and it just feels great. Like I said, I feel like we really nailed it. Just really knocked it out the park. I'm really proud of this episode. I had a conversation with Dylan during the break, and like he was asking me about what do we want to do for TikTok, like, and just to get a little people inside baseball here of what we're doing. We're going to. I told Dylan, I was like, hey Dylan, that TikTok has been blowing up. Dylan's been doing a great job. Like, that's your beast. Whatever you want to do with it, bro. I gave Dylan full control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I wish you would have told me beforehand, but no, you knew the answer was going to be, yeah, you're 100% right.
So, because he was even thinking about, like, maybe we should do like little sneak peeks of what's coming, like, because he's going to be able to get to see the episodes before they go live. So he might throw little sneak peeks on the TikTok a little bit as well. So, get the people interested. And I'm like, that's a great fucking idea. So, yeah, man. I mean, I'm like, I'm so excited, dude. Fridays. I love fucking Fridays. I know these airs on Monday, and I'm sorry for you all working on Monday. But Friday, it's Friday right now for us, and it feels great.
We're just that little bit of Friday energy on your Monday that you desperately need. Because I know when I listen to this stuff, I'm like, ooh, that little bit of Friday in a bottle I get every Monday.
Right.
And when you guys should be watching this free now, this will be like 2 weeks ahead. We're going to have our Saturday morning kind of deal where you could just wake up in the morning and be like, oh, man, what's the Microtransaction doing? That's what I assume all of you do. And then, boom, video now on Saturday morning. So if you want a little bit of that, ooh, I get to wake up to an elite show, we got you covered. People wanted it, we give it.
Yeah, content 6 days a week. Wow. Well, dude,
who would have thought?
That's crazy. Like, I'm like, oh, well, 5. It's funny because, like, when we were doing the podcast, we did 1 day a week, and I thought that was enough. And then I'm like, we started talking about more content, and then after E3, we started implementing said content. We did about 3 days a week, and then I was just like, damn, 3 days a week, but it's cool. I like it, but it's still not sexy enough. So that's when I started implementing the Let's Plays, and then you started doing the Twitch streams, and it just become a full week of content. I just like that it's growing, and like, I don't know, it's just like a big learning experience as well.
We're out here, we're crushing it, but other than that, Liquid, we're done giving ourselves, we're done giving ourselves a pat on the back for today, okay?
Right.
Do you have, hold on, because it's Saturday morning, you're like, guys, just woke up, and for you that are watching on Monday, my favorite people, okay, not the people that get it for free,
right.
You guys are secondary.
Yeah, not those cheapskates.
Yes, guys. $1. Quality content.
Just the
but
$1.
$1. Okay, American peso, dollar.
Yeah.
I'm not. You're not like, oh, it's only a peso. Orale, let's go. And then I'm like, oh, there's a little bit of an extra.
Right.
I don't want that. I don't want to put you through that, bro. Right. So my bad. I gotta forget that. Like we say peso, I meant dollar. I digress. Liquid. What's on the agenda for this extra episode? Because normally we keep it nice, loose, and tight, and we just we worry about having fun more than like, the content.
Yeah, we do. Like these episodes allows us to just to be a little loose, just not even really go with any like with anything set in stone. We just let it a little loose. Last week we had a big conversation about why I'm weird and like what makes me weird, and that was a blast. It was fun. It was doing awesome on TikTok as well. I'm going back to patting ourselves on the back, but anyways, but yeah, this week we want to do Chris's turn now. We wanted to. I got a questionnaire, just a few things I want to ask Chris, so we can get a little idea of who Chris is. What makes Chris tick? What makes him talk? What makes him just run around the block? It's just like let's hear more of Chris.
I'm worried though, because now if the content don't hit on TikTok, I'm gonna have a complex. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
I'm just kidding.
But hey, we'll see. I haven't read these questions beforehand, so I don't know what's coming your way. So let's make it happen.
Yeah, bro, let's go.
Okay, so question number 1, Chris. Let's go with, what would you rather throw away? Love or money? Pesos.
Oh, money 100%. That's easy.
Really?
I am a hopeless romantic. I believe love is a romantic solution to the answer of death. Like it's like money is just I don't care for it, and the more that I've been accruing of it, it made me care about it even less.
Interesting. Really, dude.
I think that, like, love is transcendency. Love is amazing. I think like through like being in love, it's like when you like how you feel like you're alive, and because like money gets you like stability, but then you're just working to keep that stability going, and then it becomes a circle, and then in the love it becomes these like, I want to say almost holy moments.
Okay.
In a sense where like, like when you're in love and you're happy, you remember those times in bed with the person you love.
Sure.
Most.
Right.
And like you just that's and I love it. I love love.
I mean, that's a great point, but I'll be honest with you. Every night when I come home and I cuddle with a PS5, it's not that bad. I'm just saying.
Well, Liquid, that's not fair, because you're like what, a decade in love, bro? Shut the fuck up, bro. Let's take that love away and see how strongly you feel about that PS5.
My God.
Especially when they ain't coming out with no games this fall.
Oh yeah, bro. That's really what you're gonna find out. Like, you're gonna see.
Thank Xbox. You better thank your Xbox for your PlayStation weekend, or your PlayStation fall.
We're gonna see this fall. Like, I think it's gonna be very interesting, because you're gonna like, well, we know that the tables have kind of turned. Like, PlayStation doesn't have anything, which is kind of where Xbox was the last 1-2 years, and so you're gonna see it now reverse. So yeah, we'll see how I act. I think I'll get around, but we'll see. Most beautiful place you've ever seen?
Most beautiful place I've ever seen.
New Mombasa. No,
bitch, you ain't wrong. No, I'm trying to think. Most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Ever, like, in your life.
Person, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's funny. It's something I always, like, when I think of a beautiful moment, I always remember, and we live in Tampa, and Gandhi Bridge as the sun was rising, and being like 18 is such a pure moment, because it's just a bridge, the side of a bridge heading on some water, but seeing the sunrise and being young. And I always remember, like, it's like you're just up and out just to be up and out,
right?
Like the moment itself is enough to warrant the experience. And that's, I think, like a beautiful moment. I always remember because then me and Craig were listening. Me, Craig, and a couple other people, but we had the car going. It was like that like, late quiet where everyone's tired and going to sleep, and we're going home. And the soundtrack was legit. When the darkness turns to night, it ends tonight. We were listening to that song while it was happening. I'm like, this is such a beautiful moment. I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. Wow. And I do.
Amazing.
So Gandy Bridge, where the sun comes up. Then I refelt that way again because it wasn't Gandy Bridge, it was another bridge. But when me and Matt were running on the bridge, I'm like, oh man, I'm finally not the fat guy in the car driving. I'm the fat guy running on the side, baby. That's me.
Yeah. So it's so funny you mention that. So that just ignited a story in my head regarding the Gandy Bridge. So it's so funny you mentioned that. The Gandy Bridge, yes, it is. I've been there as well. Beautiful sunrise when you're out there. I've been there as well. And it's so funny because so there was an ex-girlfriend that I used to date, right? And an ex-girlfriend I used to date. It's not like an oxymoron of some sort. Anyways, whatever. But so we dated together, and we broke up or whatnot. And I wanted to make her jealous though. Right. So one day I called her and we were still on like speaking terms because like it was still early, you know what I'm saying? We still weren't sure what's gonna happen, but I knew she was like feeling like she wasn't like it looked like the odds were against me. They were not in my favor as far as getting back together. So, we were playing games. It was childish shit. And
we're young.
Yeah, exactly. We are young, yeah. And so I remember I told her, I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to go with a couple of my friends to the Gandy Bridge, and we're going to watch the sunrise. It's going to be cool. We're going to have a moment, just me and a couple of my friends and whatnot. And then she's like, will there be girls there? I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we totally weren't going to it wasn't going to happen. I just said that it was.
That's not what you say.
Yeah, but exactly. So it didn't happen, but I still like made it seem like it happened just so she could get jealous. I'm petty. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Can't spell petty without liquid.
Yo, you ain't lying, bro. Petty's my middle name. Liquid. Liquid Petty Liquid. That's my name.
Liquid Petty Liquid. Oh, that's great.
Okay, let's see if this question sparks anything. Chris, favorite memory in high school?
Yeah,
I'm sure you got a lot of them. You gotta. I want to hear. I want to hear the dark stuff. I want to hear the nasty stuff.
Okay. Two things popped to my mind, so I'm gonna say the first one. I'm gonna say the first and the second one, and it's gonna be real weird because I totally was being real sweet, and then it's about to get weird.
Oh yeah. I love weird, baby.
So the thing that popped into my brain was when I saw Booze for a Klondike bar one time.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Stop. Did you say when you saw boobs for a Klondike bar?
I gave her a Klondike bar and she showed me her boobs. Yes.
Carry away. I just want to make sure I heard that correctly. I wasn't sure, but I'm okay. So I have. Carry on.
I always remember she's like, "Oh, I'm so hungry," and I joked around. I'm like, "Well, what would you do for a Klondike bar?" And she's like, "I'll show you my boobs." I was like, "All right, let's go." And I'm like, "Okay." And then she just got a nipple pierce. She's like, "I did want to show somebody." I was just like, "Cool." So you do what you do. You go to the portables, and then boom, there it was.
Wow. So a little of this was for her too. Is she wanted to show? She wanted to show up.
Yeah. She wanted to show somebody.
Yeah. You don't get your nips pierced just for yourself. You got to show people.
Nah.
I agree.
It's mostly probably for yourself.
Yeah.
But like a little bit, like check it out.
Right. A little bit a little bit of it is for the flex to show up. Like, I got my nipples pierced. Yeah, because I'm tough shit. You know what I'm saying? By the way, here are my nipples. Wow.
Yeah, that was something funny, and I'm gonna say the second thing.
Yes, please.
Is okay. It's a bit of okay. Just know we got in a situation. I was trying to be a new Chris, where I wasn't getting into fights and I wasn't super angry like person. I was like, I'm gonna be a new version of me. Okay. There was some speed bumps along the way, but I slapbox this one guy because he's like, I'll slapbox anybody here. And I was like, I'm bored. And then, so I just went and I rocked this guy's shit, right? Because he was the captain of the wrestling team.
Okay, they don't slapbox at all in wrestling.
No, but the thing is, he thought him a tough guy.
Sure, as one does.
I was bored. And this is when I was like, in the midst of training in martial arts. So I was just like, I'm bored. Let's fight for no reason. Because testosterone when you're like 17.
Yeah, absolutely. It's through the roof. Yeah.
No, I was like, bro, I'm like, I haven't hit anything. This used to be me. I'm like, I haven't hit anything today. Let's go hit something. So I was like, I'll do it. And this is when I used to not talk to anybody in high school on purpose. Like, people would be talking to me like, and just like, that's it. Like, don't talk to me. I don't care about you. Leave me alone.
Right.
And and the thing is, he was totally cool. He got beat, and he was like, holy shit. I'm like, I trained in martial arts and da-da-da. Like, it wasn't fair. Yeah, he took his lick and was like, oh, we're cool, man. I was like, oh, man. He's like, do you wrestle too? And I was like, I do, like at the time I was well, I can't do any of the shit anymore. This is like 10, 20 years back.
Yeah.
But so like back then I was like, oh, I do jujitsu, and I know you can't do jujitsu with wrestling because the locks is not fair, like da 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 da. He's like, no, he's like, oh man, you should come out and train with us. And it ended up being real cool with the guy. The problem was other people on the wrestling team were pissed. It just kind of slapped up, and they tried to jump me later that day.
The hell? Okay.
Yeah, but it's late. Well, it was Leto.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The people at home don't know. But the thing is, somebody tried to jump me from behind. They didn't know like 2 weeks before. I just learned what a hip toss was.
Oh.
The thing is, I hip tossed them, and because the exercise was hip toss, drop a knee.
Oh, okay.
So I hip toss, drop a knee. I broke this guy's nose.
Wow.
So he's bleeding.
Wow.
And
talk about a rude awakening.
And I was like, there's like 4 other people, and I'm like, I've never fought this many people at one time. And I was like, oh, okay, so like my adrenaline's going, but the thing is, this guy is very bleedy.
Sure.
It took the fight right out of them, and I was like, cool, because I was like, that was it.
Yeah.
I had nothing besides that.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all my moves. Walk off stage. Oh wow, that was good. Okay, so we're gonna towel off on that one. We're gonna ask a little easier question here. Okay. Favorite TV show? What do you got for me?
Oh, How I Met Your Mother. I know that it's not people's favorite show, and it's not the best show, but it is my favorite show. Like I said, I'm a hopeless romantic, and I love Ted Mosby's story of like just trying to find the one and how it is, and the trials and tribulations, and the people you meet before you meet the person. I just love it. Like, I love a good coming of age story, and like everything Ted had to do to become the man he was to meet his wife. I thought it's good. When
you just mentioned How I Met Your Mother, and I instantly thought, helpless romantic. You literally just said it. So it's perfect. Oh man, favorite toy growing up?
Oh, you son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
What's your favorite toy, Chris? You gotta hit me with it.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna say it was my red Power Ranger.
Wait, are we talking about original Power Rangers?
Yeah, OG, duh.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
I'm gonna say that because
I have one up somewhere.
Yeah, it's something that me and Liquid share in common is that we're both fans.
Yes.
Of the Red Ranger.
Yes.
And Red Ranger was my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Jason, I'm like, bro, I still follow him on Instagram, the actor, to this day.
What's his name? Austin something, I think.
Austin, whatever. But like. Yeah, and I remember I loved that toy, and even like, oh man, I loved it. So I loved it so much. And then his head would flip, and people used to, because like, it was one of the toys I had that like there used to be days where you could bring one toy to school.
Yep, I remember
stuff like that. But I remember because I was like, no one's gonna steal my red, because this is in a time where the Power Ranger toys were the hottest commodity.
Yes.
So I was like, I don't bring this toy. I'm like, I bought my B tier toys.
Sure.
I didn't bring the A tier toys to school.
Right.
And people would try to show off and brag off. I'm like, no, I got a red. Somebody didn't believe me. I was like, I'm not bringing it to school. Someone will take it.
Right.
No, wait. And Yeah.
I'm so happy.
The Red Power Ranger was my favorite toy.
I'm happy you mentioned that Red Power Ranger because I had the exact same one. They had the big bulky chest because that's where the other head fitted in, and it's like you hit the button and then it flips, and all of a sudden they had their helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was dope. Here, it's funny because my brother Frank had the Black Ranger, so that's
that had it too. We had them all.
And so it's funny you mentioned bringing your toys to school. I remember one time I brought, I had, it's like a show and tell kind of thing, and I brought this like 12-inch Predator that I had from the movie Predator. Oh, it looks so cool. And the teacher was just like,
I know what you're talking about. I used to have that.
Oh yeah, the teacher was like, get that thing away from me. Like, it was so funny. Let's see here.
What was the noise it used to make? Like,
yeah, some shit like that. Like, mine's didn't. This toy was like I said, it was like
12 I just mean in the movie.
Oh, the movie, yeah. Some shit like that. I don't remember. It was yeah, they used to click a lot. All right, let's see. Chris, do you have a favorite sports team?
I gotta say, my favorite sports team of all time is Straight River MLG Halo Team, baby. Let's go, dog. What'd you think I was gonna say, bro?
I didn't say esports team. I said sports team, Chris.
I heard the same thing.
Okay.
No, but seriously, I gotta say the closest thing I ever came to having like a team was Peyton Manning when he was in the Colts. But I was more a fan of Peyton Manning than I was the Colts.
No, makes sense. If you could have one talent, to possess, what talent would that be?
To sing. I've always wanted to sing.
Really?
Yeah, I wish I could sing. That's like, bro, one of the highlights of my life, one time I was in karaoke, and I have my karaoke song, I don't know if it's there, but I'm going to tell you, is Mr. Brightside by The Killers.
Makes sense. All right?
And the thing is, one time someone came up to me, he's like, you did such a good job. Here's $5. Your next drink's on me. The highlight of my musical career. I got paid sing. A paid artist.
Now hold on, Chris. I have to stop you there. You said that was the highlight. Do you not remember your musical group when we were headed to Orlando? Do you not remember that story? Okay.
Look, I don't remember. Tell the kids.
Okay, I'll hear it. So, it's ironically enough, we were headed to MLG in Orlando. To watch Straight Rippin'. I was more of a Triggers Down kid myself, but
oh, you son of a bitch!
I remember I had the TD, Team Delgado. Anyways, so
I forgot about that.
Dude, we saw T Squared. He was, the captain of Straight Rippin' at the time, and he was mad. He's like, dude, I can't believe you have that hat on. That's when we saw him at a World of Beer, yeah. But yeah, so we were headed over there. I think we stopped at Ponderosa, if I'm not mistaken, that restaurant. And we were eating. It was, obviously all you can eat. And we just started singing for some Chris, Justin, Cornflake, friend of the show. Josh, I think, was singing. We were all singing. And I just remember people were like staring at us. And then we stopped. And then some dude was just like, man, like, are y'all going to a show or something? Yeah, y'all boys good. These boys good.
I forgot about that.
The dude was right next to him. He was like all like shocked. Man, these boys good. Like, it was so funny, dude.
Bro, the thing is, he didn't know that we were part of a group. It was in Rock Band. That's when we were like in the swing of Rock Band.
Right, it really was. Oh, man. All right, if you could trade lives with someone, who would it be?
If I could trade lives with someone, who would it be?
Yeah, anyone.
That's a good ass question. I've never even thought about this. I would. Oh man, I have two answers.
Let's hear both.
I'm gonna say Jesus.
Really?
And I'm not religious, but I would just want to know how it was to be Jesus. Whether he was just like a normal dude or like what was going on at the time. Because no one actually knows how Jesus was. You know what I'm saying?
Greatest illusionist on earth.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I'm just saying.
The other one is anybody from the Beatles.
Oh.
Only the Beatles understand how it is to be a Beatle. He
means everyone except Ringo Starr, because nobody wants to be Ringo.
Ringo. Maybe maybe Ringo Starr the most.
I mean,
because like he's not top tier Beatle, okay? No. But the thing is, he's a fucking Beatle,
right?
And you know what I'm saying? And he's had a couple bangers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure.
He had that one solo album where his face has a rose and shit like that. It's great, man.
He may be the last standing Beatle for all we like. You know, it's either him or Paul McCartney. Those are the only two left. And if Paul McCartney bites the big one, then all we have left is indeed Ringo Starr.
Can't believe the Beatles are still alive, or at least half of them are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have to be a Beatle or Jesus, just because I'm like these people have affected culture or like eternity.
Nice. Okay.
I'd like to know how what kind of person it took to do that.
Interesting. When do you feel the most in control?
When do I feel the most in control?
Yeah.
The thing that pops in my head right now is going to be weird to say, but when I'm playing video games, because everyone kind of listens to everything I say, because I'm always like, do this, no, don't do that. I'm like, I just say it enough for someone to believe what I'm saying is the correct thing, and they just roll with it. I've never had anyone ever second guess me. So it's basically anytime I'm going to say anytime I'm put in a leadership position, really. Now that I'm thinking about it,
right?
Because I feel like for some reason or another, people always okay, Chris, I trust you, and people always give me their trust. And when people do, they always know, even if I fail, I fail forward. I'm trying to do my best, right. And I feel comfortable in that position.
No, I'd agree. Your voice, I don't know if it's the voice or what it is, but you definitely have a very leadership quality voice, I'd say, that carries over very well. I'd agree with that. I think it's, hey, they call it the gift of the silver tongue, maybe. Who knows?
I got the gift of gab and the gift of jab. How you doing?
Little Enzo Amore?
Enzo Amore, bro. 2016 was a good time, bro.
Oh man, take me back. Favorite movie? We went with the show. Let's go with movie.
It's a tie between 500 Days of Summer and
really
and I want to say Anchorman.
Okay. 500 Days of Summer, Anchorman.
Yeah, because obviously I like a good comedy. I love a good chuckle. Will Ferrell in it. I just thought the whole cast was so good. It's like one of the few times you catch people rising up and falling down in this weird blend where everyone hits perfectly and the cast just works together so well. In 500 Days of Summer, I just feel like such complete storytelling on every conceivable way, from video to character growth, and as you watch the show or the movie younger, you agree with one person, and as you get older, you agree with the other person, and then you have that conversation and making the movie essentially timeless.
Interesting. If you could, if you could interview a famous person, who would you choose?
Oh man, who could? I could interview anyone alive or dead, or alive?
Alive or dead, you pick. I'm gonna give you the liberties on this one.
Oh, then I'm totally going Jesus.
We're going back to Jesus.
Pulling out the old-fashioned Jesus card. If I was the only person who had the interview with Jesus, bro, you know how insane that would be?
I don't know. I feel like the Bible had something to do with interviewing Jesus, right? Or no?
I don't think so either.
yeah. I could be wrong. I don't know.
It's gonna be real crazy when the guy coming up Jesus ain't white. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Last time I checked, he's pretty Middle Eastern. Anyway.
Oh man. Let's see here. Let's go with. If you could be best friends with a celebrity, who would it be? Jesus is not a celebrity, by the way.
No, I'm not. I know I said it, but no. Jesus is a celebrity, but not Jesus.
I just had to throw that out there. Jesus might be.
If you're think of religious, I am not religious at all.
No, he's not.
Just to stress it enough.
Yeah, for the record, he's not religious.
Yeah. Just because the entity, when you think of it societal wise, anyway. But the celebrity I could want to be best friends with. P. Diddy, because P. Diddy knows how to party.
Wow, P. Diddy? Diddy Dirty Money?
Diddy is like a good friend. Everyone always, and he's always throwing awesome parties, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, no, absolutely. Look, there's no wrong answer. I'm just saying, out of all people, Diddy Dirty Money, I wasn't expecting that.
Diddy, him or like Joe Rogan.
Ooh, Joe Rogan. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, just because we like, I like funny, he likes funny. He likes martial arts. I like martial arts. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I always wanted to try deer. Or not deer. I've had deer. I mean, what does he always eat? Elk.
Oh, okay. Elk.
Try elk.
All right. So, Chris, we're coming up on that 30-minute mark here. So.
Oh, damn!
Yeah,
really?
I know. If questions make time fly by. So I'm gonna start with this question. It may feel a little generic, but you know what? I'm excited for it. Right? What are your dreams and ambitions?
My dreams and ambitions are what we're doing right now.
What we're doing right fucking now. That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about, baby. That's what I wanted to hear. That's where this question is coming from. Absolutely. And what we're doing right here, right now, up just to the fucking top, baby. Don't fucking stop.
Yes. Yeah, like honestly, it's just fucking the truth. Like I love us what we're doing right now. I'm literally doing my dream. Even if this doesn't account for anything, this moment in time I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Right.
This is something amazing that we're pushing forward and we're doing it together. And it's funny because it just, when I think about it, it just like went away. Mm-hmm. And then me and Liquid, we stopped talking. Like, it's not like we stopped being friends. It's just like he was living his life and I was doing mine. And then our lives converged back together. And then it just started happening. Like it was always meant to.
Right.
So like this right now is great. Like think about it. Oh man.
Sorry. Yeah, it really.
Oh,
I was like, it's getting kind of dark over here. And oh Jesus. All right, it's much better.
My body roll through this awkwardness. Got me so hypnotized.
Well, yeah.
You know, I take it back. I want Akon to be my friend. Akon T-Pain anyway.
I couldn't agree with you more. What we're doing right now, I feel like that question was kind of setting up for this, and that's exactly what I wanted to hear. So I'm so happy it happened. I know technically, I guess you kind of started the hosting of this, but I think I'm gonna close it out if that's okay with you. All right. So those are some questions for Chris. This has been a Chris Corner. All right, a corner with Chris. All right, yeah, dude, it writes it fucking self out here, bro. This has been a corner with Chris. You learn a little bit more of the man. All right. Other than that, the only thing I gotta say. Well, Chris, before I get into my spiel, do you have anything left for the audience? Anything you gotta tell us?
Guys, I hope you enjoyed your time with us. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for giving us $1 and supporting the dream. And if you like what you see and you're watching it for free, no big deal. Just maybe go to Patreon, give us $1 and you'll get it early.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. For those of you who go to content or consume our content, TikTok, YouTube, Patreon, Twitch.tv. Definitely check it out. Any YouTube videos, all the descriptions or the description is gonna have all the links there. Take care of that. These episodes are gonna start being free as well, just a week later. But if you want to get it early, you gotta throw us $1. I'm sorry, there's an entrance fee. It has to happen. What's up?
It has to.
It has to.
$1.
Yeah, just $1. But thank you all for joining us on this journey, on this corner with Chris. Chris, I want to thank you for joining with me, for answering these questions, for being as truthful as possible. Love each other. Take care. Be cool. And this, of course, has been an extra microtransaction.